So S3. S3 is known as simple storage service. So these are the topics which we covered in the last session, where we learn about that how to launch a Linux instance, how to perform everything. Now we are going to study about the S3. So in S3, what we can do, S3 we can store object. Okay, we can store the objects in a bucket. So bucket is what? See, bucket is just like a folder, right? A storage or anything you can say where you can store your data inside a AWS. So in AWS, that bucket should be a DNS name. What is the meaning of DNS name? Let me show you. So see, the S3 option is available inside the storage. In this, you will find the S3 tab. So there you can find that I don't have any bucket which is created. So what I need to do, I need to click on this create bucket option. There I'll find a bucket name. So what is the meaning of DNS? Let me type a bucket name, technology. And once I'll click on create, so I'll get a warning that this bucket name already exists. This is the meaning of DNS. Like see, anywhere in the complete AWS, if the bucket with this name is created, so I cannot create it because S3 gives us a global access that you can see on this side. This is a global access. So let me give a name, technology with Shashank. Now I'm just going to disable all the public access that you can do with permission option as well. Create bucket. Now we can see that bucket is creating. All right, they are creating the bucket. One second, let me acknowledge this and then create bucket. Yeah, that is created. Now you can see that bucket is created and we'll have an option, the object can be public. So how we can access the object, that we are also going to check. Now let me open this bucket and I am going to click on the upload button. So with this upload button, what I can do, I can either upload a file or upload a folder. So I'm just going to click on this add file option. There, let me go to the desktop. Any folder I can go with, one second, like this. So this is a type of image which I uploaded over there. And now let me click on upload option. Now you can see that upload success. Now how can we access this? Like if you people want to access, so how you can access this? So we'll have an option of copy URL. So let me copy this URL, but where I can find this URL, let me click on this object name. And there you will find the URL. So now let me copy this URL and let me paste it in this tab. We'll find access denied because see, that is restricted by a user. I mean by the AWS, not by a user. So what I need to do, I just need to go to the permission option. So there I cannot do anything. I'm just going to my bucket and inside that I'll have a permission. There what you can see that by default, that setting I enable when I created that bucket. So now I need to edit this bucket policy. How can I do this? Let me click on edit. And there I'll have a policy generator. See, because you should know how you can generate a policy. For policy, you should know the JSON. Okay, so we don't know about the JSON. So if you don't know about the JSON, so we'll have that option which is known as policy generator. From this drop down, you can go with the S3 policy. Now the principal which we are going to use, that is star. Okay, and select action. So we are going to get object. Yeah, this one. Get object. Now it need a ARN name, which is Amazon resource name, that I can find there. Let me copy and paste. /star. That is required to enable all the policies, to access all the object. Now we'll get this option. Let me click on generate policy. We'll got this JSON structure. Let me copy and paste it there. If everything looks fine, like without like API response fell, so we'll got this as a public access. Let me click on save. But 1 second, we'll get an unknown error. All right, so that is not working. Let me try now. All right, still it is not working. Don't worry. We can remove this. We can go back to this section again. Let me remove and let me generate it again. Action is get object. Resource name, this one. Paste. Add statement, generate policy. Let me copy it again. Right click, copy, paste. Save. Now we'll get API response. Okay. Still API response. Let me check. All right. Now the API response is action does not apply to any resource in statement. So ideally what I did, I regenerated with the same steps. Let me click on the slash and star. Looks fine. Let me click on save changes. Now you can find that the permission for access is public. Now let me go with the URL. Now image is available to access. So this is the JSON policy, guys. This section remains the same. Okay, this statement can change and this ARN can change. There what you can do, you can just go with this /star. That will give you a public access. This is the one of the features. Now there, like if I'll click on this object option, so there is nothing like versioning. So what is versioning? Versioning is the feature of S3 version that helps you to recover the data with the delete marker. Or like if you are going with the like latest versioning or other type of versioning. So how we can do this? Let me go to the property tab. Inside that we'll have a bucket versioning. Let me enable it. Save changes. All right. Now in object, we can find that we got an option of show version. So now see, if I'm going to delete this object, let me delete it. Delete. Okay, so object deleted successfully. Close, and nothing is there. But if I'll click on this show version, so I'll get a delete marker associated with the respective object with the respective ID as well. So let me remove this delete marker. Okay, let me type this permanently delete. I can copy and paste it there and delete object. Let me click on this close button. Now we can find that our object is a cover. So this is the one of the properties. And instead of that, we'll have a multiple properties provided by S3. Tags as the naming convention, encryption, intelligent tiering are there. Server access logging that will create a logging file inside another bucket, not in the same bucket. That should be inside another bucket. Cloud trail services, event notification. Okay, object lock, requester space, static website hosting. That is also an interesting feature. There, what you can do, you can enable it and it will ask you the page name. What should be the first page name? That you can say first page name should be index.html. It means you must have that page index.html. This will be, let me go down to the section. This will be the URL. Okay, now if I'm going to paste this URL, so nothing will be there, guys. 404. It means page is not available. What is the page name? The page name is index.html. So in this case, what you need to do, you just need to create a page with index.html. So let me open a new notepad where I'll created a page with HTML body. There I'm just giving a message h2 hi from S3. Let me close this h2, guys. H2. And after that, let me close this body and the HTML. To close these tag, what do you require? Only this. Let me save it to any location. Right, I can save it inside the same folder, no problem. With index.html. Okay, index.html is already there. That will just get updated. Okay, now let me go back to my bucket and I'm going to objects. Let me upload a file which is again the index.html. This file we recently created. Size it is showing 0 byte. Index.html. Let me check. The size of that was showing 0 byte. That is a concern. Index.html is there. Even we can override it, huh? Zero byte is not accepted size. Let me desktop with index.html. Okay. Yeah. Now we'll find the size. Okay. Let me remove it. Let me process with this page. See, we'll got this output. Hi from S3. In the same way, you can create, upload and like rest of the pages, and after that, you can access them. This is about the features of S3. Now, how S3 works with the instance, with EC2 instance. So, in this case, what you can do, you can launch a instance Linux based. All default settings, AWS looks fine. Key pair it required, test AWS. and then launch instance. That instance will take time like 2-3 minutes to come to running states. That is in pending. Let me click on this toggle button to change the view. Right, still it is in pending. If you want to like communicate S3 with EC2, so we required a user as well, guys, a IAM user. So let me create an IAM user to whom I need to provide the S3 permission. So let me create a user. Username is all right. Test. I'm giving him console access only with a custom password. Okay, let me type a password like any user defined password we can type. That IAM will cover in next video. Create user. So this user is created. Let me close it. There I'll have this test. Now see what I need to do. I need to give him a permission for S3 access. So I'm just going to provide a permission from existing policy, which is S3 full access. Fine, fine. But still we need some security credentials. That will be the access key and secret access key. So I just need to click on that. Okay, and I'll get the access key and secret access key that I can remove after some time. This will be the access key. And what is the secret access key? This is copy. Now that will help me to access from console. So how can we do this? That is an running state, perfectly fine. Let me click on connect EC2, and then let me go with the root user. Root user. I don't want to go with EC2. Again, I need to perform changes and other stuffs. So I'm directly going with the EC2. Where is that option? This is okay. So this is my Linux instance. Now I just want to access AWS S3 LS. Now, unable to locate credential. You can configure credential by AWS configure. So let me fire this command, AWS configure. Okay, now it is looking for the access key and secret access key that I already have. So let me copy this from my notepad first and let me paste it there. Done. Secret access key. Let me copy again from the notepad and let me paste it there. Now it is looking for the default reason name. So where I can find that? This is my default reason name, guys. US-West-2. So that I can put it there. US-West-2. Output reason as global. So I'm just simply going to press enter. Now let me check. Now you will find that I have 2 buckets in my S3. This is all about the S3, that how you can create a bucket, how you can access the data, and how you can access S3 with EC. Thank you, guys.